Hey stampers and crafters, this is Loffler-Laws from Melissa Stamps bringing you another new project today from the Sale-a-bration catalog. This is the stamp set Epic Celebrations. Looks like this. And I made this card. I went crazy with embossing paste. The Sale-a-bration catalog looks like this. You can find it on my website on the right hand side. And what happens with Sale-a-bration is anytime you purchase $50 in Stampin' Up! Product, you receive an item from this catalog for free. And this one that I got for free is right here, the Epic Celebrations on page 12. So we're going to do some different stuff today. I haven't used the embossing paste very much, but I learned a lot with this project. So let's get started. I'm going to scoot this off. I did make this card with my daughter in mind. She's my sweetheart. I have two daughters, but the one at home wears Converse all the time. So what I have is a 5.5 by 8.5 inch piece of basic black paper, cardstock. We're gonna fold that in half. Then I have a 5.25 by 4 inch piece of Whisper White. And we're just going to attach that to the basic black. Just like that. And then I have my Melon Mambo. And this, if you can look at this original card, you can see I have used embossing paste to make the stripes. And it gives you an incredible look. Let me show you. I have done several of these. And each one comes out different. So you can see how awesome this stuff is. It gives you that grungy kind of look that makes the card look perfect for a teenager. So let me scoot these out of the way. I also have a 1 by 2 5/8 piece of, 1 and 2 5/8 piece of Whisper White for the Awesome stamp right here. And then a 1 1/4 by 2 5/8 for the Awesome stamp. And then I did use the stitched framelits, and I used the largest circle and the next to the largest circle to cut out my basic black and my white piece. So here is the embossing paste and the palette knives. I got both. This is my favorite palette knife. Interesting stuff. Look at this. It's white. Stays white on the card, looks great against black, looks great against all the bright, wonderful Stampin' Up! Colors. Let's get into how I did this. I'm going to use my Melon Mambo, and I used this template that was an older Stampin' Up! Product. Let's work with me here. Work with me. Okay. So here we go. I just lined it up. If you don't have this template in particular, you can use washi tape and make your own stripes. So what I did was I tried this way. That doesn't work. I started with several different ways to do this, and I found that the best is from top to bottom. So you just work top to bottom, and even if it looks a little messy, you can smooth it out towards the end. Be generous, be very generous with it. You can always scrape it and put it back into the container, but it works so much better if you're just heavy with it. All right. And so if you see, you can take your palette knife and just smooth it right down. You get a whole lot back on the back of the spoon or the palette knife, and you can put that in the other places. And then you get some streaks. If you don't like the streaks, work at it. They can get smoothed out. I kind of like the streaks. And it dries very quickly. So put your excess back in the container and watch. You pick this up, it's gonna curl a little bit, which is fine. If you don't wash this right away, it hardens up and it's really difficult to clean. So wash your utensils and your palettes and your templates very quickly. And there you have it. There's the background. I'm going to use one of these other ones that I already had dried, and we're going to finish the card. I'm putting a little bit of snail on the back of this. Here we go. And then all we have to do is stamp our Converse onto the white circle. And here I have my basic black ink, and I will ink that up. And here we go. And I like this stamp. It's really great. Very forgiving. It works really well. It's sometimes the red rubber stamps leave funny lines that you have to cut your actual stamps to get rid of it. Here I have a Melon Mambo Stampin' Up! Bright marker, and I just colored this in. I'm not going to do the whole thing. You get the gist. We attach the white circle to the black circle. And for this, I like to use the tear and tape. Oh, let's do the awesome. Let's go ahead and do the awesome. I'm going to switch these stamps out. Here's our awesome stamp. I like the font on this stamp too. Let's see how awesome I am getting it aligned. Pretty good. I'll take it. I will take it. So we'll put our snail on the back of this, center it, and then, like I was saying, I like the tear and tape to hold onto the embossing powder, or not powder, paste, because it just sticks much better. This is really raised. I don't know if you can see that in the video, but look at how raised this is. It's real bumpy, so sometimes it's hard to stick stuff to it. So I found that this tear and tape works the best. Let's do this part. I'm doing this quickly for video's sake. Here's the shoe, the Converse. It's not just a shoe, is it? It's a Converse. And here is the You're Awesome, and I aligned it from end to end. I'm just picky about stuff like that, so I lined it up. And there you have it. I put a couple of rhinestones on it, and here is your finished card. And you can go to my website, www.melissastamps.com, and my name is spelled M-A-L-I-S-S-A, not M-E. And you can view all the dimensions and everything for the papers there. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe when you get a chance. I would appreciate that. And thank you for joining me today.